Hey, it's the Lost Turtle here, and today I'm back at the Shade Swamp Sanctuary. And the reason I'm here is I was talking to the Muscle, and he was talking about trying to do something he never did before. He said, hey, why don't we go to a petting zoo? So I thought to myself, I'll show him a zoo. And on the way to the petting zoo, I beat him up, threw him in the back of his car, dragged him out here, threw him in one of the cages. So he'll know what it's like to be in the petting zoo. So we'll go check out on him in a little bit, but I'll show you around first. See you in a few. When you get to the Shade Swamp Sanctuary, you'll know it because you'll be traveling on Route 6 in Farmington, Connecticut, and you'll see this lean-to on the side of the road. But if you keep walking, you find the trail right here. You can come down here, right off the road, and come over around this corner, and right up in front of us, you will see that we are within distance of the cars. There's the bench and the first cage of the sanctuary. There should be a sign here to tell you what this was, but apparently it's not there anymore. This place was intended to be like an animal sanctuary. A lot of birds, you know, they would get them. People would bring them here when they found them injured, and they would nurse them back to health. If they were healthy enough, they'd release them back to the wild, but if they weren't, they would try to find a new home for them where they'd be safe. And you see some of the decrepit cages here on the side of the trail. And if you look on this side, you can see they must have had bigger animals than this, and you know, so people could also come down here and just check out the wildlife. So it was sort of like a zoo too. But speaking of the wildlife, be very, very quiet. Shh, we don't want to wake them. But I like how this tree grows right up through the top of the cage. So I'll show you some more of the sanctuary in a few when I find something cool to video. Be right back. So this cage, other than being rusted, is relatively intact. They probably have like something in here. Yeah, this was the door to get in. See where the hinge was. And you come down in here. Not a lot of room. You know, this was not what I would call pleasant living for an animal. But the intentions here were good. One of the major problems was, since they called it a sanctuary, back then people would have exotic pets that they shouldn't have. And they would, when they got to a size or an age where they couldn't control them anymore, they would bring them here because they called it a sanctuary. So they had, other than the birds that they typically saved and rescued, they had alligators, monkeys, exotic birds, and they even had a zebra, and there was a circus that broke down. One of the truck broke down, and they dropped off a baby giraffe. So it has had some interesting animals here. But due to overcrowding and understaff, it was determined that it was cruel. So the place was closed down in the 70s. And all the animals ended up in the Pennsylvania Zoo. I thought about putting the Muscle in one of these big luxurious cages, but I thought he wouldn't get the real experience of being in a zoo caged up like an animal if he wasn't in one of the smaller ones. So I put him over there where I put him. But this must have been for bigger animals. I don't know what they kept in here, but they're obviously bigger than the ones that they kept in the cages I put the Muscle in. So we'll go see what else we can find, and I'll be right back. So you can see where the fence used to be around here. This is a bigger area. Goes all the way around like this. This is probably where they kept the zebra or the giraffe. Come around here. You see the front of this building. Doesn't look very accommodating. Almost looks like a chicken coop. Oh, there's a spider web. Look at that guy. We won't disturb him. So, we'll go check out, see, hey look, some gloves. We'll go check out, see what else we can find. And if there's anything, oh, I know what we could do. Let's go see if the Muscle ever woke up. See you in a few. Oh my God, he's still in the cave. I've been wandering around these woods for like 2 hours. Muscle!
Hey! Oh! You know it! Put away that soda and put away the potato chips. And get off that couch and you know it. Explore with the lost turtle.
So, this is what I did while the Muscle was unconscious in the bird cage. Explored around, showed you a few of the artifacts. You know, it's a shame the place opened with all the greatest intentions, trying to help injured animals, but because people were jerks and buying exotic animals, the place got overcrowded, it was understaffed. So it's actually a good thing that somebody shut it down because, you know, the animals were being treated horribly. We'll see if the Muscle ever goes to a petting zoo again. And another good reason why it's shut down is it gave someone a chance to do this awesome dragon graffiti. So, with that, I hope you enjoyed. You know the routine. Like, share, comment, subscribe. See you next time.